How do we discover our strengths and build on it to exercise financial mastery?
Okay. Go beyond looking at what you want to do. See what can you really do. You see, people don't see what they really can do, you know. They are so much after what they want to do. They are so much after a projection. So if you look at what you really can do, ask others. And learn to like it. You see, most people are split. They never want to be themselves. They want to be somebody else. When all disappears, you find out what is your strength. How you find out is when you go beyond feeding moods, feeding egos, feeding mind, feeding hallucination. When you just see for the fact what is that you are, you will always see you are a strength. And that strength is the creator. And when that strength, which is the creator, acts, is creation. Like a lot of time people ask me, do I do this because I like to do? I don't even know whether I like or I don't like. I've never thought about it. I do because I can do this. I can't cook. If I cook, all of you will die. I can't sing. I've seen animals migrate when I sing. This is what I can do, and I've learned to love what I do. And it borders onto the point of self-love. I accept what I am. You cannot say you don't have a strength. Everybody has a strength. Just your ego makes you unable to see your strength. And then you bank on what you are not strong at. Like some people are good to be assistants. Now don't have an ego to be the boss. Some are good in being a boss. Don't try to be an assistant. But for this you must go beyond all feelings, all emotionalism, all mental idea, all ego trip, and just see you for what you are. This way, Tim. When you see you for what you are seeing your strength, and in seeing your strength, you recognize the creator, because the creator is always strong. And when that strength, which is the creator, acts, it is creation. And whenever he creates, he can look after his responsibility. In that, he fulfills his destiny.
You just gave us a whole equation that probably solved a lot of problems here. Prashant from PJ in Malaysia asked another question. The statement, "I have enough money," is not in the dictionary in people's world now.
Yeah.
How to realize that we have enough money to fulfill our responsibilities and celebrate?
You see, at first, I have enough money is nobody has enough money. We have discovered that in the past. From Alexander the Great to everybody, they don't have enough. Actually, what they are saying is, I am not enough, money. They think when they have their money, they will be enough. They are not enough because they have not even fulfilled the responsibility of themselves, making themselves happy. They are not enough. When they are not enough, they think with their more money, they will be happy. Can you see? It's a misunderstanding. They are not enough. Financial mastery is being enough. This sense. I have enough ability to look after myself. I have enough ability to take care of my responsibility. You see, when I was a child, my mother used to raise chickens, so I used to look after them. I used to see the mother chicken, whatever you call it, hen. It will have 10 chicks. It has enough capacity to feed itself and look after its chicken. Whole day it will look, scratch here, scratch there, find food for the baby. That chicken has that intelligence. And it is enough unto itself. Right now, you have a deep feeling you are not enough, and then you have a distorted idea that if I have money, I will be enough. No. When you are not enough, you will be insecure. You will be scared. And then you shove more money and hopefully the money will overtake it. Cannot. It doesn't happen.
So the idea of abundance now is actually distorted, because now my idea of abundance is trying to achieve more rather than being more. Right?
Rather than being more.
Yeah.
You see, abundance is when you are enough, and that enough is shared. To me, that is abundance. And when you want to share, that energy to share will come, And this energy many times will come in the form of money. And then the whole thing is right. Whole thing is right. He has asked a question, I think his second part of his question, how will I know I have enough money to take care of my responsibility? Well, how big is your responsibility? How big is your responsibility? Just look after that. The way I see it, if I have enough, just enough money, maybe $1 extra would be nice. By the time I go, I've done all that I need to do. I've taken care of all I need to taken care of, and I go. It's like this. People want to leave so much money for their child, so the child don't ever have to work. What are you doing to the child? Why are you robbing the child of its life? No, if you have money, leave it to the child. There's no problem. But I want to have so much money so my wife never have to work again for the rest of your life. Why would you want to do that to your wife? Why she shouldn't find a life? Isn't she a dignified person who can on her own look after herself? No, sorry, go ahead.
So that they unconsciously make their people dependent on that?
That's it. That's what they do. Well said. Yeah. Well said, Tim. They want to make somebody else a cripple. Yeah. I'm not saying with your love you don't want to keep your wife, your children in a nice house. All that is part of the responsibility. The bigger your love, the bigger responsibility you take. Yeah. And for that you go and do and you make the money and you keep them that way. But it has to follow that line. Yeah. If you distort it, it is strange. It's like this. Many rich men, the money they create and left behind for their children has become the greatest curse the child ever had. Yeah. Because the child has never learned to take responsibility. Now you give a person who can't take responsibility so much money, you rob the child of its life. I tell you a story. My grandfather was a very rich man. By the time he died, he lost all of it. So my father has to start from zero. And in that point, my mother had to go to work, laborer's job, to put my elder brother through medical college. It's a tough job. I don't think I can do it at this age. She worked for almost 12, 13 years, 12 to 14 hours a day. And then we all were working hard so she can retire. We want her to take it easy. And then finally she quit. My brother became a doctor, looked after her, everything was good. After many years passed, I asked my mother, what was the best time of your life? She said, that 12 years. That 12 years, then I had to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to work, and come back at 8 at night, and cook for the children was the best time of my life. This is strange. Because after that, everything was provided for her. She doesn't have to work. She can take it easy. She can rest, watch movies. But she said that was the time. You know why? I tell you why. That is when she was called to live out her responsibility. That is when there was a window for her to express her love. That is when she was the most alive. It is the strangest thing. It is the highest value. It is the highest of value. I don't know whether I've gone away from the question, but it was a nice story anyway.